What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Utah Utes Dynasty here in NCAA Football 15, which is a quote-unquote type saying. But nonetheless, our season is over. We went 5-7, didn't end up making a bowl game. Kind of sucks. I showed you guys the college football play, which is pretty cool. As we look here, James Poole set a record for most rushing yards and most rushing touchdowns in his season. As he will be coming back, he will be a senior this upcoming year. As we look at the Heisman, Braxton Miller won that, and we look at the Pac-12, USC won. Made the championship game. They beat Oregon, which got them into the playoff as the number 4 team. And we look at the All-Americans. James Poole was a All-American running back, first team, and also Jason Winningham, first team All-American as a linebacker, and also Jess Anderson as a returner, which is kind of easy because you almost get that every year. But still, it's a great honor and great to be seeing Utah in there as we see some of these other players. And I don't think we played any freshmen, so I don't even think we can be part of the freshmen. Although this year we're going to have some good freshmen, that's for sure. As we look here again, Pac-12, James Poole. No doubt he's definitely in there. And also Whittingham. And then finally, Jess Anderson. And second team, we even had one person. I'm not sure if we had two. I know Eric Rowe was in there. Yeah, there he is, Eric Rowe. And yeah, that was it. So as we look at how the season ended up, we started off strong. And then we lost 7 straight, and then we ended strong, winning 4 straight. So hopefully we can continue the momentum into the next season. We played some pretty good teams, but we also didn't play our best against some of the worser teams. Or worse, not that. Worse is not the best word, but not as good teams. The last 4 games, we actually played some pretty good teams, but not really the caliber. I mean, 7-6, it's okay. 4-8, 2-10, we should have won those. As we look, Utah has been going downward. We gotta, try to bump them up. I mean, this has got to be climbing. We can't be going down. 13-0 season with Urban Meyer and Alex Smith. As we look at some of the recruiting, there's some major players I'm trying to get here. One of them, Kelly Johnson, and then another one, Matt Anderson, which I think we already got. But if we look here, I do get Adrian Anderson, who's a running back I was actually looking after. That's the one I was thinking of. Wesley Johnson, 96 speed. This kid has 96 speed, which is absolutely insane. We also get Brian Bolden, who's 6'6". Man, he's an athlete, so we're going to try to put him in a good place as well. But Wesley Johnson, I think, was the main recruit. Also, Matt Anderson, he's 75 overall wide receiver. And to start the season, he's going to be our 3rd best receiver out there. So as I show you some of the position changes, right now it's Brian Bolden, the 6'6" player. As we look, he's best as center or guard. We needed some good right guard, so we put him there, try and get some depth. And then Danny Allen, 6'4". He's actually best as a wide receiver. But if we go and we look, he's actually a really good cornerback and also free safety and strong safety for that matter. But having a 6'4" cornerback would just be huge. Also free safety. I think I would end up putting him at cornerback because I think a 6'4" cornerback going to get some tall receivers that can really be a benefit for our team in the future. And then finally, Matt Anderson, who was the athlete I was looking for, 5'11", put him at wide receiver, no doubt. That's where he's supposed to go. As we look at our team, Kenneth Scott, our best player, after the whole thing happens. And this team, it got a lot better. I mean, still, it's not like in Alabama or one of those types of teams. But I think we can really compete and maybe knock some teams out in the Pac-12 this year. I mean, maybe we could win the South. I mean, it depends how, USC, UCLA, Arizona State, Arizona, and Colorado play. But looking at it right now, I think we have a pretty good shot of how it can all change. And our players look really good. We don't have a fullback. I messed up there, so we got some walk-on 40 overall guy. I was gonna put Greg Reese there. I was really thinking about it, but I just think he's too valuable of a tight end. As you see here, I'm looking at his running stats. So he can be a runner. That's what I was looking at there. As we look, our offensive line looks pretty good. This season they'll be very good. So with my new philosophy of running the ball instead of throwing the ball, it should be much better, even though we do have some very electric receivers this year. I'm really going to try to run the ball. James Poole had a phenomenal season last year. He ended the season so strong. He had like 3+ 200-yard games, which is just insane. And so we're just gonna try to do it like that. So, just trying to show you guys everything that happened. Really, just looking at I'm currently looking at right now the blocking, who our best blockers are, what they're best at is what I'm trying to say. Actually, you know, blocking for the pass, you know, and the run. So that's what I was just looking at here. Trying to get through this pretty quickly here. Yeah, so that's basically it. And if we look here, I gotta cut some players. So I ended up cutting Larry Allen, who's actually a guy we were really looking for. Sadly, couldn't keep him. It was actually Danny Allen, who's another player we were looking for. There's 2 Allens there. Cut that guy, and then we had so many quarterbacks that I just thought, you know, we just don't need them. Like, we had 2 guys for the same, they're redshirt sophomores. So I decided to get rid of one of them. I don't know if it was the best decision. I mean, he's a little bit better of a runner, which is kind of better for us, but you know. And now if we look here at some of the recruiting that I was trying to do, I was setting up the recruiting board for the past year, or for the next few years here. And I hope that we can really get some good recruits this year. I mean, we did get some really good ones this year, especially in Johnson, because you know that 96 speed, man. I'm gonna put him special teams. I could put him as kick return, punt return for freshman year. I'm not gonna redshirt him. I'm gonna play him. I mean, you only have these guys for so long. You might as well play them. There's no point in redshirting these guys and waiting on a future team. Same with Matt Anderson. We're gonna have 2 starting freshmen, both of them wide receivers. I'm not sure how I'm gonna put Johnson for you know, as a wide receiver, but that will all work itself out. As we look at this year's schedule, we start off against Fresno State, and then we play Michigan, BYU, Stanford, USC, and Oregon all in a row, which should be really tough. We go at USC in that span, and at Fresno State. We then go to Oregon State, home against UCLA, at Washington, at Arizona, home against Arizona State, and then we go to Colorado. As we look at the beginning of the year, look at this. James Poole is on the Heisman ballot, currently 5th. So we could really actually give him a push and try to give him that Heisman. As we look here, our first game of the season will be against Fresno State. So be ready for that. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys next time, and goodbye.